Hello and welcome to the Peter Jackson podcast. It's episode 10, season 4. I'm Razapriest. I'm here with Garfungus.
Hello everyone, Garfungus 420 here. Previously known as Sansman.
And to
This
the
is
right
Brian.
of Garfungus, that's the troller of Romania.
What's up, guys? It's me, the troller of Romania, here to troll from Romania.
And last but not least, Mr. Dr. Brasov with a PhD in women.
Hello, yes, it is me, Dr. Brasov, the greatest doctor in the entire Judets of Stalin.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're finally here at the end of season 21. And today is a very special day. It's the birthday of Mr. Anastasiu, the
Rest
writer
in
of the
peace.
Peter Jackson show.
May he rest in peace, considering how he brutally died of cancer.
Yes, we're
Yes,
very sorry for
that
that.
cancer pie bomb was really something.
But today we want to take a look back at the series and really talk into perspective about everything that happened in the past 30 or so years.
Yeah, for crying out loud, it really has been 30 years. I remember
It's-
when I was
Yeah.
It's
just
so
little boy.
surreal to imagine that Peter Lorre started back in the 90s and just seeing it now.
Yeah, it really
It's
evolved
been
into
a
something.
large development.
It kind of devolved the last few seasons.
Yeah, let's get it out of the road. The
Yeah.
recent seasons, I don't think anyone here liked them.
After
Yeah,
season
like
15,
everything after season 15, yeah.
After Mr.
Yeah.
Anastasiu's death, it all went to shit. It just became...
I don't know.
As-
Honestly, part of me thinks that they shouldn't have continued it after Anastasiu's death.
Yeah,
because
it
Peter
was
Lorre
an
58.
okay ending. It felt pretty unfinished. But
Yeah.
to be fair, one of the problems is also, I guess it's less people actually wanting to continue considering the quality of the later seasons and more because of contractual obligations. You know, the 100-year contracts and shit.
yeah, and those crossovers and cross promotions
Yeah, I mean,
with
for the love of God, Mr. Anastasiu finished his series, and then you just go with season 16, the Among Us collab.
yeah, and like the Fortnite season. I don't even remember which season that was, but it was so
I
stupid.
think there were two
Season
Fortnite
se-
seasons.
Oh
See,
my
no,
god, it was so
yeah,
dumb, the
yeah,
Fortnite
yeah.
seasons.
Season 17 was a horrid
The,
abomination.
the only good thing was the Peter Jackson Fortnite skin that costs like 100,000 V-Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And it gives you like a damage buff.
But it was pay to win. Let's be real.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, you can play as
Yeah.
Peter Jackson, but
But-
it's all a sellout.
But
Yeah.
let's be fair, we're not discussing the merch now. We're not discussing like the Peter Jackson Fumo plushie. No. We are here to discuss mainly the contents of the show, aren't we, gentlemen?
Yeah,
Exactly.
we're looking to
Yes.
talk about the series as a whole and look at the past and how it evolved.
Considering it is Mr. Anastasiu's birthday, I guess we can ignore past season 15, which we all agree is trash. I mean, for
I mean,
crying
we'll
out
still
loud.
talk about that.
yeah,
No,
we,
yeah,
we should
Yeah, we
speak
can
about
compare it to, but I'm saying that predominantly I feel we should look back on Anastasiu's work rather than the seasons that introduced trans Peter Jackson, you know? I mean, I'm
Or-
just saying.
Yeah,
or the
or-
eighth Agent Zombie, just say.
yeah, the
There
Agent
was a need
verse.
for 8 Agent Zombies.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Way too many, way too many.
And that's coming from an Agent Stan.
Yeah, I am an agent stan, but then again, I only really like the first two or so. By the third one, I'm already like I think the third one he was just overblown, I think, and
Yeah.
he died way too quickly. Like they
You-
didn't have time to build on
It
him or
was, it
anything.
was basically repeating the same gimmick and ignoring the character development the second.
Yes,
that.
yes, exactly. So true, Dr. Brasov.
No, I guess we should be a bit more organized, gentlemen. How about we discuss in order seasons 1 and 2, which honestly are interchangeable.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Still one
the
big season.
the Gaster
The series
seasons.
had such a strong start. I mean, you look at Peter Jackson. He's just a Texan boy with a rake. He doesn't even have shoes. He has.
Oh my god,
face.
remember the first scene?
Ah, yes.
Like Peter's introduction with the camera
Oh.
panning into his room
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
iconic catchphrase, "Hey, look at me, I'm Peter Jackson."
I always laugh at
such a
that. It's so funny.
classic.
Like in the recent seasons, his iconic line is like, You can tell the voice actor doesn't want to be there.
And when you first heard, hey, look at me, I'm Peter Jackson, and then later in the seasons, I mean, around season 15, you heard, hey, look at me, I'm Peter Jackson. You really could feel the character development he got it. It's so surreal to look at him at the beginning of the series and look at him, well, not now, prior season 16.
That
Yeah, in
classical zoom
in the golden
where you
era.
can, that classical zoom in, where you can see everything around him just sitting, and all he had to say was, "I'm Peter Jackson." You can
Exactly.
tell
Yeah,
he
that's
played
really
the man show. You
really
could
great
tell he
world
was a
building.
simple man. This is something you wouldn't get in the recent seasons. It's just
Yeah, and
they
it's
they,
insane to
they
me
They're
how
too loud, the recent seasons, too obnoxious.
yeah,
yeah.
it's insane to me how they kept the voice actor actually.
Remember when Peter Jackson was a lot more of a quiet character, at least in the first seasons. And now he evolved to gain, more speech, more ideas, more wisdom as time went on. And now he's just a loudmouth idiot.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
with every season he got more talkative.
I feel like he got.
He was an idiot in the previous seasons, but at least he was a smart idiot. He was a
Yeah.
deep idiot.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like in later seasons he just kind of started to get controlling of people. Like he tried to control like Edgar Edge played at one point to do his bidding and all that.
Yeah, but
And
still his voice actor is pretty good.
oh
I mean,
yeah,
for 30 years, Mr. Tony Mina managed to.
Yeah,
the
Toni
same
Mina,
voice.
right. I hope
He's a good voice
he gets a
actor.
role in a better show than
Yeah.
what's the mess of. Like, let's talk about the recent season. Season 21 just ended. What did you think
Yeah.
about the last episode?
You know, I thought season 21 would be a good one because, haha, 21, 9 plus 10 kid. But, God was I wrong. God was I wrong. The joke with
Yeah.
21 died off real quick after episode 2. It was such hot garbage.
And the fact that, it basically tried to throw in so many villains at once, it was absolute
Yeah,
garbage.
I don't understand the part where they like revived so many characters.
They only did it for much, I feel.
Like they
Edgar-
revived Edgar. They revived. Oh, spoiler warning for everyone if you didn't. They revived a bunch of characters that died in previous seasons. So if you
They
didn't watch previous seasons, just proceed with caution.
yeah. I didn't like it though because like the revival of the characters, like the characters after revival, just seemed so different from as we knew
I
them.
mean,
in the
they
earlier
were
seasons.
revived just for no reason, actually.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know that in Peter Lord, there's a lot of things that just happen like with very little reason, but you know that in the earlier seasons, they had build up and they had foreshadowing, and it was all built very like
And,
it,
and
it
at
had
They
a
least
went for something. Now it only feels like fan service.
yeah.
Yeah, like
now-
they brought back Horseshoe. They brought back Mr. Agriculture. They
Yeah.
brought back Green Pig, I think.
Yeah, they
Corporal-
brought back
They brought back like the
Profir.
fucking fifth agent or third agent.
Both of them. They both brought back the
I was
third
so
and the
glad when
fifth.
third agent died.
Yes.
He didn't even revive the good agents. Like, how? Come
The
on.
first and second, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, they
the
didn't
best
revive
the
good
best agent is still alive. No need to revive him.
I mean, revive him in a way that just put him back in the show. Now he only feels like an episode character, and even those episodes rarely
I mean, he
come.
became
Yeah.
president. He
I mean,
he has his
Yeah,
jobs.
he became president. Yeah.
I mean, for crying out loud, another one of those agent clones. If you remember that detective character from season 8, he had an all right thing. I mean,
Oh
he
my
was
god,
pretty
let's talk about
boring.
season 8.
That's not really. I mean, that's not really an agent clone. I feel like it's
No.
for an agent clone, it's more
No,
detached.
no. I don't mean like an actual agent clone. I just meant like the idea he was supposed to represent in that season. He still
Yeah.
kind of served like the purpose
Yeah,
of
let's talk about
agent.
season 8 because like seasons 1 through 7 were like adventure packed and season 8 was a
Season
total.
8 was just this noir attempt.
Slice of life, almost. I mean,
No,
had
it was
some
more
slice
like
of life elements.
investigative, find
No.
imposter stuff.
It was.
Yeah.
It actually
There
inspired
wasn't
Among
much
Us, did you
action.
know?
There wasn't much action. is
They-
what I'm-
Season
No,
8
that's the
was
problem.
the Among Us season, but done way better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
Among Us
the
didn't exist, and I like the fact that it was all black and white. And
Like,
the soundtrack of that season is easily the best.
I
But the
agree with
story
that.
is
The
all over
story
the
is
place.
a bit hit and miss, and especially the fact that it kind of comes right after season 7, which was already this, energetic, all
Yeah,
over
the
the
whole
place
Dragon
season.
Wars and
Yeah,
all that.
it would have made a lot more sense if it was like after season 6, where you had like the prison arc, right?
Yeah, the
Where
prison
maybe
arc
it
and
could also
the
play
ogre
like
arc.
yeah, where it could also play as a sort of a continuation, a sort of redemption arc for Peter, but no, it just came out of nowhere. And I guess it also was because of Mr. Anastasiu's interest back then with the murder of his child, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Someone murdered his son. So in that angst, he decided to make a noir
Talking about his
season.
son, did you know that his son actually took part in writing the early seasons of Peter Jackson?
Yeah, of course he did. It was a major
Oh,
influence.
He
why
actually
did I-
wrote Edgar Edgeblade's backstory.
Oh,
Indeed.
what was his name?
It was
It was something like
Profir.
Pro. Yeah, Profir. Yeah,
Profir.
Yeah, I don't
I-
know, some
I
fucking
really
Greek
like
name.
Edgar H. Blade's backstory. In fact, it was the only backstory written.
Yeah, it
But-
was actually the only backstory in the show.
But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, even though it was good, it didn't feel like Petery. It didn't think.
Yeah, it felt
didn't
too
feel
serious.
Peter Lorre. Like these things that Mr. Anastasiu wrote, they have like this aura around them. Like you can feel that this was wrote by Mr. Anastasiu.
Yeah, like anything could happen in what Mr. Anastasiu writes.
yeah,
Exactly.
And it would make
and it would
sense.
feel natural.
Yeah, in the Edgar Edgeblade backstory, it was way too serious
Yeah.
I mean, it was way too serious,
and
but
pretty
it was a bit of
predictable.
but it was kind of the whole point of Edgar Edgeblade, wasn't it? It was
Yeah, but
supposed to be a sort
You
of
know,
meta
that magic
commentary.
of Mr. Anastasiu is that nothing is predictable. Like anything could happen at any
Yeah, like
point.
who could have expected that the second agent in season 4 would blow up? Like, I mean, nobody expected that.
Yeah, no one expected him to just combust into flames.
Yeah, he just blew up.
Creeper.
Oh man.
No,
No.
let's not. That reminds me of the Minecraft season.
Oh my god.
The Minecraft
Oh,
season.
Like
I don't know why they really got into like this video.
Peter actually
game.
went on a mine that night. That's pretty crazy.
Holy
I will say that with the Minecraft season in episode 3, where it had him like enter the mine, that was already done before in season 8, wasn't it? When he had to enter the mine to discover the secrets of the ancient president's balls.
I
Wasn't
mean,
it?
Yeah, I mean
honestly,
he also had to find some.
honestly, in the
clues.
Minecraft season, the only funny thing was that one time when Peter tried to mine diamonds with a cobblestone pickaxe.
Okay.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
was
that
like,
was
wait,
pretty
wait,
funny.
I can't mine this. What's happening? And
Yeah,
then he heard
was
some
so
sounds
stupid.
from that cave, and he
No.
went into the cave, and there was
No,
this guy singing. I don't remember his name, maybe the baby.
The baby.
Oh yeah, the baby. God, he's such
Yeah,
a good rapper.
Do you know
can't
there's
believe
actually
that he
a
got his
singer called
cameo.
the Baby? He got inspired by Peter Lorre.
What?
You know,
Yeah,
also,
you can check the dates. That episode was before the Baby made his debut.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the baby.
another actual deep commentary I guess I can mention is that if you the Romeo Fantastic's hit song Hyla Sex, it has the line "I'll call Bebe," right? "I'll call baby."
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
actually presumed Romeo Fantastic was inspired from Peter Jackson's season.
Oh
of
yeah,
Batman.
100%. If he said that, that's a reference. That's
Yeah,
a-
because Peter called Bebe.
Exactly.
There were
my
so many people inspired by Peter Lorre, like that one guy who was named Peter Jackson by his parents after they saw
Yeah.
Peter Lorre and made the Lord of the Rings or some shit.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, actually, do you remember like season 11 when Peter was trapped in a pizzeria with murder animatronics?
Oh,
Yeah,
That was
and
way
that-
before
that
Five
ended-
Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, that ended up being Five Nights at
it's
Freddy's.
at Freddy's.
It also
Or-
inspired that one episode from Gravity Falls,
Which one?
that one with Peter Jackson in it.
The one with
Oh,
He
yeah,
wasn't
you're right.
actually named Peter Jackson due to copyright, but it come on. If you couldn't see it, he was Peter Jackson.
I mean,
Yeah,
he could
that
have been there in any episode, just using his invisibility cloak.
Yeah,
That's true. And then Harry Potter actually took that invisibility cloak
Indeed.
Yeah,
concept.
that's pretty crazy.
Oh my god, remember that villain Mr. Petrol who tried
Ah,
to
yes.
steal all the dark elixir from all the accounts from
Yeah, and
Clash of Clans?
he
That
was he
inspired
was
Clash
Yeah.
of
building an
Clans.
army of like black people are riding pigs, and Clash of Clans actually took that idea
Indeed.
Yeah,
and
and
made a
they made
hog
a hog
rider.
rider. Yeah, a hog rider. Yeah. Jesus. All
And
right,
You
guys.
know, this reminds me, there was also that skeleton character in a hood that inspired Undertale.
what was his
Yeah,
name? Suripap?
Suripap, yeah,
Yeah,
and
Suripap.
then Toby Fox just changed the name into Papyrus, which is just like a
kind of
It's
lazy.
Suripap
Kinda lazy
backwards.
fun, but
Indeed.
yeah.
Anyway, what were you going to say, Mr. Troller?
Yeah. What was I gonna say? All right. So you know how Peter Jackson is like kind of like an anti-hero in some seasons. He's not always like the good guy. Like he
Yeah.
tries to do he tries to do things more for himself than to help anyone.
Yeah,
um
I mean he's pretty selfish,
yeah,
but
but
he has shown at times that he's willing to help like Edgar or Agent.
yeah, exactly, like he only helps his
Exactly.
friends,
yeah, remember
but
that
like
one time
he's
when
not
they
he's
were at
not
the McDonald's and the agent
oh
was
yeah.
eating fries and Peter said, oh, "Okay, I guess you can have my fries." But there was such a heartbreaking moment.
Yeah, and talking about the McDonald's, do you remember when they went to Rovios,
Ah, yes.
that fast
Oh my
food
god,
place?
yeah,
And like
Rovio.
5 seasons
What?
later, it was revealed that Rovios is actually a planet.
It was
One
such
of
a
the
good
greatest
foreshadowing.
foreshadowings, yes.
Yeah, and that was the planet where the pigs came from.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
my god, let's talk about Green Pig.
What
Green
what
pig.
what is your
a
favorite pig,
great
guys?
green pig, 100%.
Green, okay,
My,
okay, I
my,
know
I'm
that.
I'm more of an electro pig, like her.
my
Like I
favorite
really
pig
like
was
electro
Foreman
pig.
pig.
I hate
My
electro
favorite
pig.
pig
He
My
sucks.
favorite pig had to be Foreman Pig because without him, Electro Pig wouldn't even exist. Electro Pig was already a weak character. Foreman Pig was more interesting, even in his very little screen time, where all he did was say, "You're stupid." But that insult, the way he insulted, felt very genuine, felt very realistic. You
I
get
mean,
what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
but
like.
electro pig was so overpowered, actually.
I liked Electro Pig until they made Electro Pig Barrel. Then it just like
Yeah,
one single
why
point in
would you put
time
him
when
in
you
a
were
barrel? You had a
No,
good
no, no.
thing
So
going, you
actually,
idiot.
there was an interview with Mr. Anastasiu. So he said that Electro Pig was actually so broken for the series that he had to ship him in a barrel to like write him out of the story
Oh my
because he
Yeah.
was
yeah,
god.
just too powerful to be in any
I
fight.
mean, you could kind of feel that it was forced the way he
Yeah, his exit was really forced from the series.
yeah.
Yeah, he
But
was too
I mean,
overpowered.
it was better off, in my opinion. Mr. Anastasiu should have just reconsidered his powers and maybe shouldn't have made him so overpowered in the beginning.
Or
Yeah.
maybe at least have
But
given
I
him a
don't
weak
judge.
spot.
Season 9 was still a good season. Big Planet, my
Yes.
guys.
Pig Planet, I think, was one of the greatest experimentations of world building at that time.
Yeah, like the whole going into space thing.
I don't think any of you know this, but if you come to think of it, the Legacy of Cade series, I think, was also inspired from this season.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
Again,
surprised.
it's only something Brasov boys play. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
all right, guys. What do you think about one of the bigger villains in the series, but one that actually is from the modern Peter lore? What do you guys think about Yanis as a villain?
No, I
Yanis.
don't. He's just a copycat of Mr. Moldova.
Yanis, I'd say, well, it does copy a lot from Mr. Moldova, and sometimes I can feel he's kind of just a rehash. I think there is something more to Mr. Yanis sometimes. Well, Mr. Moldova was obviously a joke and a deep commentary on Eastern European culture. I like to think that Mr. Yanis tries to take it a bit further, right? He actually is given some character rather than just a living stereotype.
Yeah, because apparently, you know, he doesn't make too much of an appearance in the show. Like he only appears, you know, in a few episodes in season 20.
Yeah.
Uh, but he does actually have a pretty deep lore.
Okay,
Pers- Personally, I'd prefer to see that guy over Lady Pipe. You know, I mean, for crying out
Yeah,
loud,
or
it's a
fucking
funny,
Black
loud
Peter. Do you
reason.
guys remember Black Peter?
Oh yeah, Black Peter.
Oh my god, I hate Black
oh my
people.
god.
Or
Okay,
Mega
I
Peter?
want to say something. I want to say something about Yanis. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't like his character so much, but his character design was really cool. I feel like
Yeah,
Yeah, the whole
yeah.
Eldritch
I'm pretty sure.
creature.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that his
I mean,
design, like
I
he had.
really like that. First of all, he didn't wear any clothes. He only had fur on him, and it was black fur with some red lines on him. But
Yeah,
with the contrast that he had really white gloves and some really white shoes. And I think the most prominent feature of him was the fact that he was a hedgehog. That was very
Yeah, but he had like tentacles, actually,
Mm.
yeah.
instead of
He was
spines.
like he was definitely inspired by like eldritch deities and Lovecraftian
Yeah,
monsters.
he was inspired by Lovecraft.
yeah.
But I think that, you know, props to Mr. Anastasiu for designing him. I mean, he's definitely one of the harder characters to draw.
Yeah. And wait, I mean,
I mean,
come to think of it, considering Misorianis was just a used older concept of Anastasiu that wasn't used and just reintroduced, I
yeah,
feel
he should have been
they,
like season 5, I think.
yeah, I
Yeah,
feel they
he
did
should have
good
came much
on
earlier,
some.
but I'm pretty sure that he didn't because there was just no space to put him. I'm pretty sure I watched an interview on that. Like
Yeah,
Mr.
what is your guys' favorite villain actually?
Glitch Gaster, it has to be. I
So
mean, he was the first
That's
big
kind of a
villain of the
normie
series.
pick. That's the first villain.
Yeah, I know, but it's, you know,
My
think
favorite
of-
villain is the Ogre King.
all that relies.
Objectively, I think that Glitch Gaster is the best villain, but subjectively, man, I
Like,
can't really choose. Peter really had some great ass villains.
if you want to be a hipster, then sure, I guess you can say, oh yeah, Glitch Gaster wasn't the best villain. But I mean, if you look at it objectively,
You know, again, objectively, no, Glitchgaster is undoubtedly the best villain because he had the most personal relation with Peter, right?
Yeah, he had the most screen
Actually,
time.
and I mean, come on, like the Glitch Gaster arc introduced Agent, who, you know, is still a character. Like
Oh,
he's,
also I really like Capybara, but he had like only 2 episodes of screen time.
yeah, he was super underused, which
And-
I really hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many underused characters. Let's talk about underused
But-
characters a bit.
Underused. Mm.
Um, Mr. Agriculture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Mr.
just
Agriculture
revived,
and
but
Mr. Industry.
I mean,
Very
guys,
underused
come on,
characters.
come on. The poop golem was really underused. He had the potential.
no,
no.
I
the
don't like
poop
the
golem
Poop
was a
Golem.
mistake. It shouldn't
The
have
poop
yeah.
existed.
golem was the poop golem you can only like ironically. I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the golem shaper was better.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
come on. The
I
golem
like-
shaper. You can't even like him ironically.
I mean,
kinda like.
The golem shaper at least had something. Like he was shaping the golems, and he accidentally created poop golem.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
there
But
were so many golems in season
Even in
5.
lore, the freaking poop golem was literally a mistake. Like it's not objectively wrong to say that he was a mistake because
Indeed.
nobody.
Yeah, I mean he dropped a golem soul into his toilet, and oh, that was so dumb. What was your favorite golem, guys?
Remember that short period of time in the early 2000s where when Poop Golem was introduced and you had like a bunch of Tumblr people going, oh look, we stand Poop Golem, oh look, Poop Golem is such a pretty boy and you should be protected, right?
And then some
Yeah.
people just started identifying themselves as poop golems.
Yes, poop
Yeah,
gen.
poop
And
gen.
You can't really control the community on stuff like this, but
Yeah.
come on, poop golem deserves more justice.
The Peter Jackson community is really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It was
hate
good. It was good when it was small and niche. The people were really funny. They really understood the deeper meanings of Peter lore and what it actually meant.
I really hate the fandom because it's the same type of people that are fans of like Danganronpa, Homestuck, and
Persona
Persona.
and
Yeah.
JoJo.
Yeah.
So I really resent the community, but more so on like sites like Tumblr.
Yeah, what is your
I
guys'
mean,
favorite golem?
Electro.
Favorite golem.
My favorite one is Solem the golem.
I really like the golem. I think he was a very
Golem,
intriguing
yeah,
character.
the Golem was
Yeah, golem was cool too.
okay, since I can't choose the poop golem again, I'll just have to go with my boy, the piss golem.
No. It,
that is
you know
just the
that's
same
fan made,
joke.
right?
What?
That is that's the
It's
just
not
same
canon. It's fan made.
No.
Yeah.
He appeared in one episode. Okay, it was more like a cameo, but the piss
Look,
golem is canon.
look,
No,
Mr.
it's not
Sands,
canon. It's
Mr. Sands, just because he appeared in the background for like 5 seconds doesn't mean he's canon.
Exactly.
wait.
It's not
I have to look this up.
This just has to show you just how much.
you're just like, oh, was so
No,
on the
he's not
YouTube
canon.
for 5 seconds.
This just has to show just how powerful the Peter lore community was back in the days. They just saw character in the background and just gave them an entire lore, and it could be canon because it's fucking Peter lore. Everything can be canon.
I hate.
In all fairness, like I really feel like Mr. Anastasiu made it really unfair that like it was very vague about what he kept canon and what he didn't keep canon. It's kind of like what Scott Cawthon does today with
Yeah.
Five
Yeah,
Nights
but
at Freddy's.
that's a
You don't know what's canon and what's not.
In a way,
That's a
kind
good
of the
thing
charm of
sometimes.
it.
Yeah.
I feel it was kind of intentional because that way it garnered him more attention, did it not? If he just stated something was canon,
Yeah, but I
everyone
mean,
would.
Mr. Anastasiu wasn't really one to search for attention. I mean, you guys knew him, right? When he was still alive in like interviews. and
Yeah.
stuff.
I got into Peter Jackson around like season 3, I think.
Yeah,
But then again, you have to remember in season 5, it was also with the help of his wife, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what was
Corona.
his wife's name?
Miss Corona, I think.
Yeah, Miss Corona.
Miss Corona.
Yeah,
Which-
Yvonne
now
Corona or
there's
something.
Now there's a VTuber version.
What?
Yeah. Oh my god. Speaking of this, remember that walking fridge arc?
Ah, yes, the walking.
Yeah, the working fridge. That was,
It was
hilarious.
such a funny joke.
Yeah, that was the funniest joke I've ever like seen in
You
like
know-
a long time. I laughed
It-
so hard.
It reminds me that it was originally just a niche reference to the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah, but like, it's so genius. Like a walking
was.
fridge.
A walking.
Remember how they ruined it in around season 16 or 17? I don't really remember when they opened the fridge and it was just an Among Us inside it.
Ah,
Really
yeah.
ruined
Yeah,
it.
and then they said that the fridge was gay and black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then I didn't like it anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with trans people or stuff like that, but come
But-
on, they just tried so hard to be as inclusive as possible.
Yeah, it's forced inclusion. That's a really big problem in today's media.
I feel like it was after Mr. Anastasiu's death because, like in later seasons, because Mr. Anastasiu himself, he was pretty anti-LGBT and
He was openly racist and homophobic.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I can't believe he didn't get cancelled for that.
Like
But then again,
the only pre-season 16 character that was homosexual was beaten to death by Peter.
yeah, exactly.
with
So-
a rake.
It didn't even get a name. It was just homosexual man.
Yeah, I feel like that was really like projecting, you know,
It was pretty based.
like that was.
Yeah. Remember that one time when they interviewed Mr. Anastasiu and they asked him what's his opinion on black people, and he said, "Oh, I hate niggers," and everyone just applauded.
Wait, you cut that out, production.
Yeah, cut
Cut it
it
out.
out.
Yeah, cut that out, cut it out.
Hey,
But
it's not my words. I'm just quoting.
We can risk being demonetized.
Yeah, no, I mean
But-
the algorithm, it's already shit as is. So I mean,
I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
Please,
We cut swear words out.
please understand that this podcast really needs money. You know, I mean, we can barely feed our children.
Be sure to donate to our Patreon and subscribe to my channel Garfungus 420. Previously no sense, man. I make daily great videos.
Alright,
You
alright,
guys
alright.
don't know how much the Peter Jackson cardboard cutout, because like we only have the head, and that cost millions.
Yeah, because it's
I
authentic.
imagine it was the cheapest thing you could afford from like Walgreens.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
from what I heard, that cardboard cutout of Peter Jackson's head dates back the dates back to the Egyptians.
Ah, yes.
I mean, they recently discovered, like I think a few months ago, that there was Peter Jackson in the hieroglyphs in the pyramids.
yeah, he was
Oh
like an
Ah,
Egyptian
yes.
god or something.
He was
yeah,
very, he was
His
very
name wasn't actually Peter Jackson, but it looks like him.
yeah. It was the basis of Peter Jackson, I think, that later
He
Mr.
even said in hieroglyphs, "Hey, look at me, I'm Peter Jackson," and used like emojis instead of hieroglyphs because come on, Peter Jackson wouldn't know how to speak in hieroglyphs.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then again,
the
Peter is
Egyptians
kind
are
of a
pretty
boomer.
clever.
Peter is kind of a boomer, so I mean,
I mean, he's like
Hey,
he starts as 17 in the show, I think,
Yeah,
and
17 and then
yeah,
at
he
at
starts
the time,
early, but
like
he gets
now
really
he's
old.
25 or something.
yeah, I mean, for some reason he doesn't get old. He still has the same muttons and beard, but
I
I
mean,
don't mind. I don't
maybe
mind.
he grooms
Gets more
himself.
experience. He gets more experience.
Yeah, but
Wait, you say?
he has the same design even though he's like 8 years older.
indeed.
Yeah. So, I feel like Peter lore as a whole, like it had some good villains, but most villains were just, they were just cut out really quick. Like there was a lot of characters.
Yeah, let's talk about season 3 because that's one of the most controversial early seasons.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
mean,
out of all,
I think one of the factors of why it was so controversial it was because it was right after the defeat of Glitch Gaster,
It
and
was.
yeah,
Yeah, and that was
the
the
fans.
supposed ending. It
and
shouldn't have
I mean there was a lot
continued
of
originally.
confusion within the community because after the ending of season two, like people were just wondering where's the series gonna go from here, because Glitch Gaster was basically the only like large villain the series has had up till this
I
point.
mean,
So
Oros was a large villain, but he was defeated
Oros,
pretty quickly.
yeah, Oros was defeated pretty quickly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
But
you can't
season
really consider him like a villain that that has like a whole arc around him and season around him.
I mean, I'll say it's kind of reminds me. I'll have to admit, when it comes to the Anastasiu age, there were a lot of villains that were just trying to carbon copy Glitch Gaster but failing. Like for example, how in like season 6 you had Robert Heisenberg, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Or
and the
how
whole McDonald's meth lab
yeah,
arc.
or how in season 8 you try to have the deaf model Juni Cola Delta that was trying to be some deep commentary on death itself and just flat out copying Glitch Gaster's.
at
Yeah, and
that
like
point,
in season
I
13 there
really
was
didn't like.
PP
Guys,
the Sock.
if you want a good commentary about death, don't rely on that. Don't rely on
Yeah,
that.
obviously.
Okay, guys. Okay, season three was very controversial, and it could not nearly compare to the previous season and the seasons to come. But we gotta admit, if it wasn't for season three, we wouldn't have the build up for the prison arc.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, season 3 had the banjo arc, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
banjo
and Peter
club scene.
committing crimes, that will later get him in jail.
Yeah, I mean it seemed random at first why he committed crimes, but then we got the flashbacks.
Yeah, exactly. And then, we got probably debatably one of the best arcs in the whole, the
Yeah,
whole
the
series.
Yeah.
whole prison
Yeah,
break. Like
yeah, with
Agent
Agent.
actually got so much character development in the prison
Yeah,
arc.
like you got glimpses into his like backstory before even like the events of
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was no actual
You know,
backstory. I don't understand why.
I'll have to admit,
yeah.
as much for instance, I did mention Robert Heisenberg being like the villain of that prison arc, trying to put him back in prison. I think the end of the prison arc had one of the greatest fight scenes, on top of the factory roof, where you had like fucking Robert Heisenberg being really buff with nanomachine son and all that
Yeah,
shit.
Oh
And the
yeah,
fucking
and
It was
then
a
Metal
very
Gear
cool
Solid
fight.
copied that later on, which was
yeah.
Yeah,
mean,
but you know, if you look at that arc, like, if you look from the perspective of Mr. Heisenberg, he's the good guy,
he is.
He-
and Peter
I mean,
is
he's
just
trying to
getting in
put a
his way.
criminal back into jail. I mean, he's doing the right thing.
He's doing his job basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
cannot really.
that's where you get to realize that Peter is maybe not this perfect hero.
Exactly. Maybe you realize that he is a criminal at
And
the
that's
end.
why Peter is such a good character. He has depth, he has character development, he has human traits and flaws.
Exactly.
Unlike
He's
modern
Peter
Peter,
Jackson, yo.
unlike modern Peter, which just ignores that attribute and just makes him a shonen protagonist.
Yeah, modern
Yeah.
Peter is just anime
Peter-
cliche,
Like,
At this point,
overpowered. Like he has so many bullshit
yeah.
powers
At
now.
at this point, I feel like modern agent is better than modern Peter.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
to
that-
agree. Modern
man,
Agent.
I mean,
I mean,
modern agent.
Like,
when
do you
when
guys remember?
I mean, modern agent isn't really all that different from older
Are we
agent.
talking about the second agent who's still alive, or are we talking
Yeah, the
about
second
the
agent,
eighth
yeah.
agent?
No, the second agent, he's the good one. He's the good one.
Yeah.
The only good one.
I'm sorry.
Do you guys remember when Peter didn't have superpowers and he had to use the rake to do his stuff?
Yeah. When he actually had to use his brain also sometimes. for
Yeah,
stuff.
and the rake
Well,
was such a cool
Technically
weapon.
failed with using his brain part, but that
But
made
That,
that made it funny.
that
Now,
made it, yeah, that made it so
now
funny.
it's all too easy for him.
Like he
No.
just says that something will happen and it will happen because he has the power of God or something.
This
Exactly.
reminds me of something. Um, Mr. Priest, I wish to ask, what's with those papers on your table?
Oh, this is actually some old Peter Jackson scripts that I wanted to read,
Oh,
and
Oh yeah.
that's actually just half the paper. The other half is some fan comments I wanted to talk about.
very well.
Shoot, man.
Shoot, man.
So, what do you want to get into first? Do you want to get into the old scripts or
the
the
old-
fan comments?
The old scripts.
The old scripts.
So,
Yeah.
actually, these old scripts are not just for reading. I actually have a quiz prepared.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
So, I read the old script, but I leave in a blank, and you have to finish the blank.
Alright.
okay.
Okay, the Peter Jackson test. I prepared all weekend for this.
Yeah, this is from seasons 1 through 15.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
Perfect.
So, there are 5 questions, and the first one is, please, help me find her. I need to find my wife, says blank.
Markov.
There were
Um,
so many dudes who lost their wives, especially around season 6 and season 7.
Especially
Yeah,
season
feel
8.
like Anastasiu had something against wives at one point.
Yeah, I think Corona just got really annoying with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
give me your answers, everyone.
I mean, wasn't it apparently that Corone was the one who killed his son?
No, let's not get into that.
Yeah,
Let's-
Yeah, I don't.
That's like the Peter Jackson iceberg, and I don't think we have time to get.
Yeah,
into
so
I don't want to get myself involved in stuff like this. I'm not sure if Miss Corone has connections with the mafia or not, but I
Yeah.
sure still don't want to find out.
yeah, so fill in the blank, guys.
I think.
I'm gonna go with my man Crick. I think
I still believe it was Markov who said it.
So we have one Markov and two Mancrakes.
Yeah.
So the right answer is actually Mancrake.
Oh
Damn it.
yeah.
And this was a trap because Markov didn't say please help me find her. He
I
just outright said help find wife.
know. He said,
Okay.
yeah, he didn't say
guys,
that.
we found imposter. That is a Peter Lore season 6 reference right there, guys. Remember when people used to say that is that a Peter reference, and then JoJo fans just because they're so unoriginal and unfunny, they just say, "Ooh, I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna say, is that a JoJo reference? Is that a JoJo joke?"
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, moving on to the next question.
Yep.
So I'm reading exactly from the script.
Alright.
Agent, lying on the ground, on the brink of death. Peter, walking around him, looking down at him. Agent, I'm sorry, but I must go all out. I must get blank out of you.
Wait,
Oh
I
my
must
God.
get blank out of you.
Yeah, I must get blank out of you. I'm gonna give you a hint, it was when Agent was possessed.
Oh, Glitch Gaster, because he got
Glitch
possessed.
Gaster.
Which
Yeah,
guess?
Glitch Gaster, yes.
he had
No,
gotten
he
possessed.
actually said, I must get the shithead out of you.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So-
No, the actual character was Glitch Gaster that was possessed.
Yeah,
Like,
the actual character is Glitch Gaster. So, no points given this round.
damn it.
The
Are we
third
actually-
question.
This makes me question if we're actually Peter fans.
No, I mean the questions are pretty hard.
Yeah, and not to
Yeah,
mention, there are 21 seasons.
Fair.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's so much content. I mean, you're bound to forget some.
The third line of script. Peter looked down at the sword and opened its sheath and looked at the blade and it said blank on it. Peter felt an overwhelming power corrupt him.
They didn't say something like,
Yeah, what was been? Oh, right. What was
He-
been on that?
The sword was someone, but I can't remember if it was Aatrox or BB-Trox. But I'm
BB
sure it
Trox.
wasn't CC-Trox.
yeah, no, it wasn't CC Trox.
No. I think it was A8 trucks, but I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% on that. There was something written on the blade, but I can't put my finger on it.
Okay, you go with Aatrox, I'm gonna go with BB-Trox.
Oh yeah.
I'm backing up AA Trox because I don't think we've seen such a sword before.
So the right answer is Aatrox.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So the current standings are Dr. Brasov has 1 point, the Troller has 2 points, and Garfungus has 1 point.
Yes, I'm in the lead. Let's go.
Moving to the penultimate question. Peter looked at his banjo. The banjo looked back. Peter didn't understand. Why is the banjo looking back at him? The banjo said one word. Blank.
The banjo said, "Hello, I am Banjo."
No, it's just one word.
Yeah, it was
It's
one
one
more. God, what was it? I remember the scene exactly, yeah, because it was in Peter's room after it was in season 3. It was a little bit. It was just when he had gone back home from like the Glitchgaster encounter,
Yes.
like the whole Glitchgaster arc, basically, when he barely ended,
Yeah.
and
And
he hadn't.
It's
been
actually the only line the banjo has the entire
Yeah,
first
wait.
15
Is
seasons.
it a word or is it a sound effect?
It's a word.
It's a word.
Okay.
Banjo actually says something. I remember it said something, but
Oh yeah, I remember. The banjo was foreshadowing like what was about to come, the Peter Finity War for the next season, and he just got home and looked at his banjo, and his banjo knew what was about to come, and the banjo was very overwhelmed and just said in a very deep and frustrated voice something like, "Shit," or
Shit.
"Damn."
oh yeah, it was some
Yeah.
sort of like interjection. It was
I think he actually
a
said.
warning. It was a warning.
I think he actually said fiddlesticks.
So,
Yeah, I
final
think-
answers?
Okay. I mean, considering that Fiddlesticks was the main villain in the Peter Finity War,
Yeah, fiddlesticks. I think.
Fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks,
Yes, the right answer is Fiddlesticks.
Yes.
Told
Yeah.
you.
epic.
Yes. 3 for 3, baby.
So, the current standings are Dr. Brasov 2 points, the Troller 3 points, and Garfungus 2 points. So, moving on to the final question. Peter and Edgar looked at each other. They both closed their eyes. Blank.
Fart.
And then Edgar punched Peter in the face.
Yeah,
No,
Edgar, but,
it's only one word.
Fart.
fart.
Yeah, fart.
Fart.
It had to be. If it wasn't.
No,
I
it
know
was
Edgar
actually burp.
Oh,
Peter
Wait.
burped.
wait, was it Peter?
Yeah, Peter burped.
Ah, it was
Edgar
Pe-
can't
ah,
burp, she's a skeleton.
fair.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So the troller is the winner of this
Yeah.
quiz, and his reward is that next episode he will prepare a quiz.
All right. Okay.
I mean, Jesus, this podcast has 4 seasons and 10 episodes now. It's
Yeah.
a shame that we forgot to record the previous seasons, though.
Ah, yeah, no, that was a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
But
shame.
it was the fault of the
Alright, guys,
BBC.
I'm just gonna say right now, because since I won the privilege for a quiz, guys, expect an agent quiz. I mean, expect an agent quiz.
Man,
Read up on your agent knowledge.
Yeah, now
I have a question. Do you think we'll even see the troller alive next episode?
Now, I don't think he will be alive next
I,
episode.
I, I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
I mean, he might be, and just they're making like they've made that plot before, like, oh, is he dead? Like they did with who was it? The fourth agent, I think. Where it's like, oh, was he dead? At that point, honestly didn't really care for the fourth agent. So I was like, whatever. If he dies,
I
he
mean,
dies.
it was so stupid how they fucking explained how there are so many agents. There was just this closet where the agents were coming out.
Weren't the agents made in like jars?
Well, I think it later explained that in the closet there was a jar because someone wanted to stop agents and destroyed the closet. And
Yeah,
that,
it was
actually
a
the
follower of it was a Glitchcaster follower. I forgot his name.
Yeah, and he destroyed the closet, and there was actually a jar in the closet that survived, and that was the thing that was spawning the agent.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like, he saw that jar, and he I think he raised an eyebrow in the show, but he didn't do anything to the jar. Like he didn't even touch it, and he destroyed the closet, and then agents kept spawning. But then I'm pretty sure that one of the clones moved the jar to someplace else because like after the closet was destroyed.
yeah. So getting on the next papers, we'll talk about some fan comments,
Oh boy.
and I want you to tell me if they're either cringe or based.
Very well.
All right.
So the first fan comment is from at Lelouch1v9, and he says, Agent is the most cringe character in any media. I can't understand how people can like this character. Please get him out of the show.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, from the third agent to the eighth, I agree, but
Yes.
the first agents were good.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know which. Do you guys know which one he's referring to? Like,
I don't know. That's all he
he's
said.
referring-
Depends. In what context was that comment?
Yeah.
It was. It's from the last episode.
Okay, yeah, then.
All
yeah,
of these are sent after the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that's understandable. That's understandable.
Yeah, if you are listening to this, just please watch the earlier seasons of Peter Lorre. Agent really was a good character back then.
He was, and people shun me for saying that. They're like, "Oh, you're just trying to make to make excuses because agent's shit now, and you want to hang on to that past glory." But like, really, he used to be good, bro.
He used to be.
Yeah,
So cringe or based.
Bait.
Based.
based.
Alright, moving on to the next one from at Robert RDRD. He says, what the F is Peter gender? And this is in response to another thread that I'll get to later.
Okay. Now I can understand why you'd want to associate your gender with Peter Jackson. I can understand that.
But
But
at
it
this
doesn't make
point,
it any less cringe. Like, come on, if If I take a
Exactly.
screenshot of this and post it on r/cringetopia, you bet your ass is gonna get in hot real quick.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
so cringer
I,
based.
uh,
His
I
actual
am.
comment is based because yeah, what the fuck is
Yeah.
Peter Jen?
What,
But
what
Okay,
yeah,
is
so to get some context behind Peter gender, the thread starts as follows. I'm so from at Sylvian's Ribbons. It says I'm
alright.
bored, so giving Peter Jackson characters pronouns. A thread, and the first one, Peter Jackson. He, gzi, it.
What? I mean, don't Peter Jackson don't like Peter Lord characters already have their own pronouns? Like Agent is he him, Peter is he him. Like
No, actually, agent here is xi, he, she, fey.
what?
And
Okay, this
my
No
favorite one
way.
is
That?
Edgar, who is fey, it, gzei, ze, pap, nya, meow, cat, she, they.
well, wasn't Edgar just like uncaring when it came to gender? Like Edgar was a scared kid. She didn't give a shit.
exactly.
Yeah, but she was a girl. I mean,
And also, a really funny one is that
Yeah,
Peter is
understand.
not Peter gender, but Dark Peter is Peter gender here.
God, this is
why?
so
That's
cringe.
so stupid.
This is so cringe.
Yeah, that's so cringe. What the hell?
Yeah, I agree. This is pretty
I,
cringe.
God,
I, as
I,
a,
I, hate, I hate these people who try to pointlessly genderize
Yeah, they just bring like politics into this, which is nothing to.
they
I'll
just come
say,
in with something like, "Hey yo, what's cracking? The floor, you fat bitch."
I'll say, I as a doctor with a PhD in deep human analysis, I must say I can sort of understand. I still sort of understand why people would want to identify as Peter gender. Again, it is silly, yes, but come on, we
So
all
this
want to
is
be Peter
cringe.
Jackson Indians. Yes, it is cringe. I don't deny it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that it's understandable why people would want to become Peter.
Okay, so the next one is from at Simo Posting,
Okay.
and he just says season 22 when.
Never. Cringe. Cringe.
I hope they never release season 22.
If they release season 22, it better be good. It better actually
I-
I've lost all hope after the Among Us arc.
Troller, didn't you say the same thing when we were discussing season 20 and you said you hope season 21 will be
Okay,
and then you
shut
were
up.
disappointed?
I'm still hoping. My hopes aren't dashed quite
You
yet.
you realize, Troller, that I, as your personal doctor, have to come here every day to remind you that hope isn't real for this series anymore. Yet you keep holding on like a desperate child.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
yes.
right. So the last comment I want to talk about is from at Ali Gengar, who says the Among Us arc is actually the most underrated arc in all of Peterland, and it is among
No.
the best, coming
Cringe,
close to
cringe,
seasons 1 and
cringe,
2.
cringe,
And there's like
cringe,
a whole
cringe,
thread talking about the Among Us arc.
cringe.
Okay, no.
And
No
he
matter
says that
what, cannot be
season 8
Among
is
Us.
the worst.
Okay.
Okay,
Among
yeah,
Us
that's
arc
definitely an
isn't
opinion
funny
that somebody
even ironically.
Okay, yeah,
People-
that's definitely an opinion somebody who hates season 8 would have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Wow.
So cringer based.
Cringe.
It's so cringe.
Cringe.
Okay, let's make a pyramid, okay? So at the top, it's me, Garfungus 420, okay? I am the pinnacle of human evolution.
No, you aren't.
Right under, it's season 8 fans, okay? Under there, it's the general Peter lore fans, okay? And we go a bit steps down and down and down until we get around, I don't know, Nazis or some shit. And under Nazis, there are Among Us arc enjoyers.
Yeah.
That's just how you can't even enjoy it. Ironically, you can't even do that. So
Yeah.
sad.
So we're sadly kind of running out of time, so I want to get in some quick predictions about season 22,
All right.
Do you
which
think that
it was sadly confirmed that it's coming
Oh.
next year.
Oh my
So
god.
we at least have 1 year of peace and quiet.
One
But
year of
let's get some predictions. What do you think is gonna
I-
happen?
I hope. Well, even if it's not a prediction, I just hope to God a few of the villains die off. You know.
Yeah, or not really prediction, more like hopes for the next season. What do you guys think?
Personally, I just hope they get rid of all the dumb villains they introduce, like all this entire secret society thing where you have like Lady Pipe, Mister Telephone, Mister. I hope to fucking God they just all get shot or somehow, because they'll
I
just.
hope.
Yeah,
I hope
Mr.
they,
Bideu,
I really
Mr.
hope. I really hope that they
Thermopan.
don't. Yeah, I really just hope that they don't remove Paul and Mr. Vegan because
Oh no,
those are really
Yeah, and
cool.
Popa Mitika, I hope he stays
Popa
in.
Miti. No,
Oh yeah.
Paul and
Honestly,
V.
I hope Peter Barrel will make a return. I think he was quite a
No.
comic relief character.
Okay, comic relief, but in a series that really needs some like substance to
Yeah,
it
how
right
would you
now.
save Peter Lorre?
Comic relief characters will not save Peter Lorre.
No, they won't.
What would save Peter Lorre?
Good writing.
A
Solid.
reboot, honestly, a reboot, because the way these seasons are going.
Yeah, or maybe like an alternate universe that
Yeah, like
gets from the start.
just do something like Peter falls asleep and he dreams, and the next 5 seasons are just Peter's dreams, and they are an alternate universe.
Or maybe have
something.
a what if Peter got corrupted by Gester and Gester won.
Oh,
Exactly.
that'd
And
be
have
so
the
cool.
villain Pov.
I know there's been like fan fictions about that. Like
Yeah,
fan
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
They
there's
wouldn't
that
even have-
Peter the Corrupted light novel.
Personally,
Fan-made thing.
you know what I feel will save Peter Lorre?
What?
By letting it die in peace. Let the series rest. After a couple of seasons of shit and disgracing everything Anastasiu dreamed of, I feel it is the best option is just to let it rest. Give it an ending now.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm just glad Mr. Anastasiu didn't get to see Peter Royale.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he would be turning in his grave. I think he's turning in his grave.
Yeah,
right
or-
now.
I mean, the
Peter Lorre.
mobile game Clash of Peters was pretty good.
I mean, this reminds me, didn't they
Pocket
turn
Peters was better though. Pocket Peters was the best.
Yeah,
one.
Pocket Peter was really good.
Pocket Peter?
Yeah.
I'll have to say, didn't they turn Anastasiu's grave into a Beyblade spinner?
I actually think
We
that they
shouldn't
did-
be laughing about this, but it was so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, even though
It was hilarious.
it's probably something that he would have wanted. I mean,
Yeah.
after writing somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
and there is merch of his grave.
You,
Like you can get
didn't-
t-shirts with
That's
his
just
grave.
disrespectful in my eyes. That's just
You
not a-
haven't wrote his last will, so you don't know. Maybe he wanted his grave to be turned into a Beyblade.
No, but what they say
Yeah.
every time, every night, a new episode of season 21 was released. Passerbys of the local grave mentioned that it continued spinning endlessly until it caused tornadoes in the upcoming neighborhoods.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty crazy.
I mean,
That's some
Anastasiu had
Peter
Anastasiu
Jackson
had
bullshit
some
right there.
unusual powers.
That's straight out of
Yeah.
Peter Lorre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's something that would happen in Peter Lorre, honestly, which is
Yep.
pretty fitting for somebody like Anastasiu.
Yeah, good show. Good show.
So
Yeah, so
we're nearing the final minute of the show, so thank you everyone for watching. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and all that stuff. If you're on Spotify or SoundCloud or Apple Podcasts, don't forget to favorite this and maybe share with your friends.
share.
Yeah.
And don't forget to enter the giveaway we have. I think
Yeah, what are
the
we
troller
giving
is
away again?
you're in charge of the giveaway.
Oh wait, one sec. Oh
So-
right. So we're giving away a 5, not one, but we're giving away 1 Trollers of Romania mug with one of the gifts on it, and we're also giving away not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 Peter Lorre shirts, which have like the original 15 seasons names on them.
Yeah, and
And,
to enter, just share this video 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, share, and share.
Yeah.
So any quick shout outs you want to do, guys, before we end?
Personally, I want to give a shout out to Anastasiu, considering it is his birthday, even if he is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mr. Anastasiu.
Happy birthday.
And shout out to Mr. Bucket of Jake, who made this intrinsic and deep video about how the series broke him and how you should watch the first 15 seasons. I think he did a really good job.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a really
yeah.
good video,
Definitely
but
watch that. Definitely watch that
we're
video.
really thin on time, so thank you everyone for watching again, and until next time,
Thank you.
thank you for watching, and until next time, Peter.